Hey guys, hope you're doing well today. It is Wednesday, September 14th, and we're coming at you today with a very good blog post from our friends at Keeping Current Matters. And if you've been following what's going on out there in the news headlines, guys, there's people talking about market crash worse than 2008, market correction, just a market blow up. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen, right? But everyone's talking about this thing, and I want to go through some stuff today with you about this blog post that kind of gives their prediction of kind of where things are going to fall. And then I'm going to circle back with this data and show you how Charlotte lines up with some of the things that are coming out in this report. And then we're going to circle back here at the end of the video. We're going to talk about mortgage rates. We're going to talk about inflation and what that whole beast looks like, guys. So I appreciate you tuning in today with me, and stick around. We're going to get this video fired up right now. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here and we have not met yet, my name is Brian Taylor and I'm the owner of Dreamline Realty right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. For all of you coming back to the channel, I appreciate you tuning in and supporting the channel, and I love communicating with all of you as you comment on my videos and you call me, text me, and email me. It is simply awesome. So today, guys, with everything going on in the real estate market, you guys are seeing the headlines coming at you from every different angle. Market crash, worse than 08, market correction, what is going on? I want to take the time in this video to open up a blog post from our friends at Keeping Current Matters and what they have to say about where things are headed on a national level. So guys, what I really would like you to do for me today is drop in the comments and let me know what you're thinking about the real estate market. I know I have a lot of viewers here in Charlotte. I've got a lot of viewers from all over the country, people in California, Texas, Florida. All of you guys are reaching out, and it's been so awesome to talk to all of you guys. But guys, I don't like talking about this stuff any more than you guys like to hear it, right? I would rather talk about the market is great, everybody's getting a low interest rate, everybody's finding the perfect home. I wish we could just go back there, but we can't. So let's open it up with this blog post once again from Keeping Current Matters. So it says, is the real estate market slowing down, or is this a housing bubble? It says the talk of a housing bubble in the coming years seems to be a fever pitch as rising mortgage rates continue to slow down an overheated real estate market. Over the past 2 years, home prices have appreciated at an unsustainable pace, causing many to ask, are things slowing down, or is this a crash coming? To answer this question, there are two things we need to understand. First is the reality of the shift in today's housing market, and the second is what experts are saying about home prices in the coming year. It says the reality of the shift in today's housing market. It says the reality is we're seeing an inflection point in housing supply and demand. According to Realtor.com, active listings have increased more than 26% over last year, while showings from the latest showing time showing index have decreased almost 17% from last year. See the graph below, which we're going to talk about in just a second. This is an inflection point for housing because over the past 2 years, we've seen a massive amount of demand, that's showings, and not enough homes available for sale for the number of people that wanted to buy. That caused the market frenzy. It says today, supply and demand look very different, and the market is slowing down from the pace we've seen. This offers proof of the sudden slowdown so many people are feeling. So guys, let's take a look at this chart right here and show you exactly what we're talking about. So this is a chart that shows supply and demand ratio is changing quickly. So this is actually from Realtor.com. So in the red, it's showing us that year over year, there's a decrease of 16.8% of showing activity. Guys, that's a big, big number, okay? And then we also have a 26.6% increase in active listings. So I want to take this data here and show you exactly what's happening here in Charlotte. The data I'm pulling from is from Canopy MLS. This report actually came out today, and this is information for the month of August because we're always 1 month in arrears. So let's take a look at what's going on here in Charlotte. So the inventory of homes for sale in Charlotte rose by 25.8%. Now, if you remember, I just told you nationally, The active listings across the country were 26.6%. So this number is so close to what's happening on the national level. So I want to shift your eyes over to the right-hand side in the box in the red. So if you can see, in May of 2022, I've highlighted that in blue. So that is the month that we started to see active listings actually go up. So in May of 2022, we went up 7.8%. June, we went up 31% year over year. July, 34.2%. And then in August, we started to come back down, and that's where we sit at 25.8%. But I expect to see this number continuing to decrease as we're going into the months where real estate is typically slower, into the fall and the winter months. But here's why I'm telling you that I think this is going to continue to go down. Let's take a look at new listings year over year in Charlotte. And when we do that, you're going to see right there, circled in blue, new listings year over year are down 15.2% from where they were just in July of 2021. So guys, what we're seeing right now, especially here in Charlotte, even though we have more houses that are on the market, more of those active listings, we are seeing a decrease in inventory. And why are we seeing that? In my opinion, a lot of it has to surround itself with interest rates, which we're going to talk about here in just a second. But sellers are reluctant to sell their house right now. They have missed the peak. They know that. They know that if they put their house on the market right now, they're not going to get top dollar that they were going to get maybe 3 months ago. But more importantly than that, as we've talked about in the past, they are sitting on a fixed rate at 2.5% or 3%. And why would they sell their house to go move into something else and take on a mortgage of 6%? So as I mentioned, we'll talk about rates here in just a second. Okay, so now I want to talk about what the experts are saying is going to happen in 2023 with home price appreciation. So I've got a chart here that shows us 6 different organizations that are making predictions for next year. And if we look at the ones in blue, we've got Fannie Mae, HPES, Freddie Mac, the Mortgage Bankers Association, and the National Association of Realtors, along with Zelman. So all 6 of these folks are predicting 2023 home price appreciation, but only one of them, the one in the red, Zelman, is predicting a minus 3%. If we take the average of all of these predictors and look at the bar in green, they're saying the average forecast is 2.5% price depreciation in 2023. And the article ends, it says, when we look at the shifting taking place along with what the experts are saying, we can conclude the national real estate market is slowing down, but it is not a bubble getting ready to burst. This isn't to say that a few overheated markets won't experience price depreciation, but there isn't a case to be made for a national housing bubble. Personally, guys, I don't know where we're going to fall for Charlotte. I think that is probably pretty realistic of the Charlotte area, but there's a lot of stuff that we have to pay attention to. When we're talking about inflation, we're talking about a lot of economic stuff that is going to be delivered in the news in the months ahead that could have a whammy effect on real estate, not only here in Charlotte, but all over the country. Hey guys, if you're getting any value out of this video, do me a huge favor and click on that like button. I really would appreciate that. And again, if you're new to the channel and you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and do that now, and then tap on that bell for notifications so you're always up to speed when I put new videos out every single week. So guys, now I want to talk about what's going on with mortgage rates and what's going on with mortgage applications. We got some new data out today that I want to share with you, and this article talks about some very, very important things you guys are going to need to pay attention to. So this article came out from CNBC today, and it says mortgage demand from homebuyers falls 29% since last year as interest rates surge past 6%. I'm not going to go through the whole article with you, but I do want to point out a couple of key points, which are these. It says application volume dropped 1.2% last week compared with the previous week, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association's seasonally adjusted index. It says since last year, home buyers' demand for mortgages has fallen by nearly a third. So we are seeing it here in Charlotte as well. The buyer activity across the whole Charlotte area has really softened at a really pretty good clip. We're definitely feeling the impact of these mortgage rates. So speaking of mortgage rates, Look at this chart right here. This is as of today. 30-year fixed rate mortgage today sits at 6.30%. Guys, that is big. So why is this number getting so high when just a couple of weeks ago we were still in the fives? Well, I'm glad you asked. So yesterday, inflation information came out, the CPI data was released, and look at this article here from CBS News. It says Dow plummets more than 1,000 points as inflation burns hot. It says US stocks plunged on Tuesday amid Wall Street's sudden realization that inflation isn't slowing as much as hoped. A hotter than expected inflation report sent a thud through Wall Street and markets worldwide. The consumer price index increased 8.3% in the past 12 months as rising prices for food, shelter, medical care offset tumbling gasoline prices. While last month's increase was lower than July's 8.5% jump, it was higher than the 8.1% economists had expected, showing prices remain uncomfortably high. All right, so buyers, I really wish I had better news for you. I don't like to report this stuff to you, but interest rates are on the rise. And when we see economic news come out that inflation is hotter than expected, the Fed is going to continue to raise the Fed funds rate until we get this beast under control. And they are probably going to raise rates another 75 basis points when they meet next week. I believe it's on September 21st. And we'll have to see what happens with mortgages from that point in time, guys. But we are trending in the mid 6% range, and I don't think we're going to get out of the woods on this one for a good while. So buckle up, guys. We're going to probably be through some muddy waters here for a good bit, but keep in tune to the channel because I update you guys on these mortgage rates every single week as well. Okay guys, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you tuning into the channel. Again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so now. I really do my best to keep you guys engaged on what's going on here in the real estate market, and the only way to do that is to subscribe. So guys, you may want to check out this video. Earlier in this video, I mentioned about sellers not selling their homes due to interest rates rising. You may want to check out this video here titled Charlotte Sellers Say No. So guys, as always, thanks for watching and make it a great day.